One of my favorite ones was this one from how Boole and Babbage and Mary, I think Mary Boole writes about this. Professor Cox, correct me if I'm wrong, but where she talks about like the Hinduizing of Boole and Babbage and how profoundly that influence. Boole is the person that Boolean algebra is named after, and that was the whole binary system that the computers are named after. And Babbage is considered the inventor of the computer, and they were. Mary Boole writes that the Hinduizing of these two men had such a profound influence on the development of that science. Something we don't hear, we don't know of, but all these kind of threads of influences that keep coming up and showing up in all these fields. I mean, astronomy, there's so much information on what was being done in astronomy. And also another thread that keeps showing up is this thread of plagiarism and how it was erased, both how the knowledge is taken and then the origins are erased one way or the other, either just unacknowledged. And the Europeans seem to be worse at it than the Arabs. The Arabs, at least, were pretty open. This is from Hind. What the mathematics that they're taking is from Hind. But some threads, like Fibonacci, is very clear. Fibonacci acknowledges clearly that this is mathematics from India. But other people, especially when it goes the Jesuit, the entire origin of many of those things that were raised, and it miraculously shows up in Europe. So this sine tables, or whether we are talking about calculus, the rudiments of calculus, it's kind of just miraculously shows up in Europe. But then you start tracing back, and there's the Jesuit trip that happens to India, and before that, you're not finding this whole continuity of knowledge that leads up to the developments that happen after the trip to India. So even though the origin is erased, it's like the mark remains, in time. So you can trace it back, and it's like a forensic, criminologist job to see how did this plagiarism happen. So that's also been a very interesting part of, for me personally, of reading the book.